Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. I'm Sam Adabi, coming to you from the Georgia Law Enforcement Organization Car Show here at the Driving Club. Welcome to the Lokar Car Show. This is gonna be one awesome car.
And I said, it doesn't even run yet. And look at it now, it's amazing.
What's important in this subject here is the fact that this gentleman is going to Lincoln Tech to learn to be a technician, fabricate, motorsports, and do regular daily work diagnostics, because we talk about how important it is to get the youth involved.
So I started getting involved in cars when I was about 15 when we went out for COVID during school. I started off detailing. I had automotive class in my high school, and I went through all 3 years of that. I built my first car, a 2007 Honda Civic, in high school.
We were just talking about how you can look at a car and be like, yeah, I did that, I did that. That good feeling, you know, that's what it's about. You get to do something you absolutely love and have passion for, and we talked about how you can become an entrepreneur.
I do own my own detailing business as of right now.
The fact that you have an automotive class in high school,
it's pretty dope. I don't know any other school that has it though. It's the Rockdale Career Academy.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I got to work on my own car in there, do preventative maintenance on other cars. I learned how to change my first oil change there. I'm definitely glad I had that in high school.
I am here with Cameron. He is one of the gentlemen that actually runs this place, the Driving Club, and he's going to tell us about this cool Porsche that's wrapped in a good theme for Christmas, being the Grinch.
That's right. This is a 718 GT4 Club Sport. This ships from the factory based on the Cayman platform as a race car, so it's not street legal. Comes all white. The members here like to put their own flair into the car, so he hired David Plumley with David Designs, put together a cool wrap for this car.
I love the wrap. It looks really good on it.
Yeah.
Now, when you say just like a race car, cage, everything on the inside, instruments, ready to go.
That's right. All the safety systems. It's a full cage, fire system. You can take this car and go out amateur racing. The professionals race this car, or you can just take it out as a track day toy.
They also have a 911 in this kind of setup?
That's right, yeah. So for the 911, they call that a cup car, GT3 Cup, and then really the whole Porsche customer racing goes up from there. The GT3R, the RSR, they got a really awesome range in the 911 category.
Do these come with any support from the factory?
They do if you go racing. For somebody that's using it for track days like this, then he has a shop here, actually on site at Road Atlanta. ACI Motorsports takes care of this car for him. I mean, we're here with Georgia Law Enforcement Organization to do a toy drive for the kids. So I know this is a Grinch car, but he won't be stealing any toys. We got a good pile going over there.
We do have a good pile. Santa just showed up. We got the snow globe here. We got a lot of kids coming in right now so they can hang out with Santa and get some toys.
Yeah, see some cool cars.
Talk about a sick Corvette. I noticed this at the Concours d'Elegance and I'm like, dude, this is crazy. But you know, I didn't notice that awesome custom cooler.
Well, as you know, we spend a lot of time at car shows, out in the sun, the heat, and we carry a cooler, but these cars don't have a lot of space for extra nothingness. So my wife came up with the idea, why don't you build a cooler that's made for the car? So we created what we call the Cool Rate Cooler. It's our patented design. A lot of people, including dealerships, say, hey, well, that's a perfect product. Why can't, but it's our product. It's our patented product that you can't get unless you get it through us. So
just like the wide body kit's your product.
Yes,
right?
The wide body kit is our design. We do 3 different stages of the wide body, from the stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. The kits all look the same, they just get more aggressive with each stage.
Got it.
And the wide body, the full wide body is replacement panels. It's actually 2 inches wider than the new Z06. It's 5 inches wider than the standard.
Wow.
We're running the same footprint, and everything that I design and build, I make it look like it came from the factory.
Yeah.
So there's no factory warranty void. Still take it to the dealer for servicing. They look forward to seeing the car, and they're excited because when the car is there, other people get excited.
Absolutely.
Because it helps sell Corvettes. GM spent a lot of time and money perfecting the ride of the car, the performance of the car. It's rated up to 184 miles an hour. Again, I don't like to disturb that. So what we did was we designed the car in such a way that we got rid of the wheel well gap, gave it a perfect stance, and still be able to get out there and get on the highway and ride this thing.
I can't believe nobody will do an engine swap for you. But you know what? I got your back. We'll do it for you. We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show, brought to you by Georgia Leo.
If you're looking for that traditional look in your muscle car, Corvette, Camaro, you ought to check out our full line of Lokar stainless steering wheels. Inspired after that original wheel from the Corvette, we've got our Supreme look here. We've got a hot rod design with the 3 holes, as well as a solid standard wheel, both in a brushed and a polished look. All the various colors of hand-stitched US-made leather here. Customize this wheel the way you want with the matching hub adapter horn button to make it fit your car, match your interior. Check this out at lokar.com. Jump on the customizer, figure out what color leather you want, made here in the US, hand-stitched, full wrap. We've got the brushed stainless, polished stainless. We even have the 2-spoke and 3-spoke designs, horn buttons to match, and hub adapters to fit any style column that you've got in your car and make it match your interior and get that look just right.
Check out this thing, SL500, a Brabus with race exhaust. This thing's very cool. Welcome back to more of the Lokar Car Show, brought to you by Georgia Leo. The cool imported right-hand drive Honda little truck that I want as a work truck for myself. Tell me about this thing.
That's a 1992 Honda Active. They just started importing them a couple years ago. We obviously went through and did a full resto on it, remove all the rust and repaint the whole thing. BMW Yas Marina blue, custom interior on it. It's a great marketing vehicle for us.
It really is, and that's your company, right?
Yes, Auto Clean by Marine Clean. Marine Clean's our original company, boat decon company, and we've moved that over to the auto side. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you drive this a lot on the streets?
Oh, yeah, we drive it around all the time. Drive marinas, drive little events around, and stay away from the highway.
How fast does it go?
It goes 61 miles an hour, surprisingly.
That is so cool. That's full throttle, revving all the way. 61.
In the rev limiter.
You know, one day we'll have to put a B series or something in there.
Oh, let's talk about it.
What size is it? 3-cylinder engine in there?
It's a 3-cylinder, 660cc, 41 horsepower motor.
Something they took out of the motorcycle, probably.
Yeah.
But I love it. This is
It is
so
all-wheel
cool.
drive,
I don't even
so-
know how you. It's all-wheel drive. It's 61 horsepower.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you drive it because I couldn't get in and out
Oh,
of
man,
it.
it's very tight in there. Yeah.
Man, that is so.
So it's
cool.
hard. I got to drive with the window down. So.
Yeah, I love the color you did to it, and I love the fact that
Appreciate
you lined the inside. This thing is ready to be a work truck for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So one of these days, I'm going to call you up and buy it from you.
All right,
This is
sounds
so
great.
cool.
Look forward
So
to
good
it.
to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. We have a brand new F-150, right?
Right.
Now,
Okay.
that Charger that we built last year was so cool.
We've got a lot of recruiting in, and we actually only have about 5 spots left when we had 20 to 30 spots before we got a Charger.
That's incredible right there for you to have that much of an impact on the kids today.
Yeah, all the kids love it. All ages love it. We ride down the road, and all age groups, all races, all religions, they're giving thumbs up and high fives and asking questions about the car.
And the cool thing about that car is it's got a stereo system.
Yep.
It's got some stuff under the hood. It's got a tuner. It's got things that us car guys would normally do in the sheriff's hand. And that's going to grab attention.
Right. We were at the gas station earlier on the way up here, and a lady walks over with her kids, want to look at the car, and she walks up and is like, oh, it's got a carbon fiber diffuser on the back. And we're like, wow, you know about it? She said, yeah, cool. We went to the sheriff and talked to him about doing some SRO vehicles. This is for the Winnebago High School. We've also got one for Appalachia, and we've got one about to be rolled out for Bassa. He agreed with getting the full wrap done. And what we did, we actually went to the art class, and the students designed this truck for us. They got together in groups and teams, and they brought us a bunch of different designs, and we narrowed it down to 2 that were really good. They were so good we couldn't turn away one, so we combined those 2, and this is what we got.
This is a brand new F-150 with a 3.5-liter EcoBoost 2 twin turbo.
Absolutely.
So all we got to do is do like you did with the Charger, wake it up a little bit, you know?
Just a little bit.
We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show, brought to you by Car Capital. It's so good to see you.
I know.
You know what I mean?
know.
This is so
Awesome.
cool. I'm here with Todd Price and Andy Duff from Colorworks by Duff. Behind me is Todd's Bronco. If you remember 2 years ago, he had the biggest F350 you could have in Atlanta streets. Now he's got probably the coolest Bronco you can own.
Came across a Bronco that I purchased. From there, we had talked about maybe throwing 40 grand into it and having something fun to roll around the streets with. And now Andy just keeps coming up with other ideas that we just add on to and tweak. And it's just
Four-door, suicide rear doors.
Something magnificent.
But the chassis is beautiful. The cage, you guys did such a good job.
Thank you so much. Custom cage, custom tubular chassis, stretched and made it a 4-door. Basically, it was a Bronco in a box we started off with. And the original frame was warped, and Todd said, let's just go ahead and make it a 4-door. So from there, we didn't want it to look boxy, so we stretched the fenders, stretched the quarters, and then rolled the door jambs. He didn't want doors. So we said, okay, let's, instead of putting just a regular tubular door on there, let's keep that body line that runs all the way down, traditional for the Bronco, but give it some character.
I like the curve in the door to give them some extra room inside the cab. I love the fact that you guys put some hips on it to give it some width to add to the length of it.
I think the coolest thing about it was as we began the progression of the Bronco, what else can we top this with? So we went with cantilever suspension in the bed, suspension up front, you know, the custom tubular chassis, custom rotiform wheels made. There's been no expense spared.
What do you got planned with this?
The Z06 set new standards for the Corvettes, long anticipated cars. So this is the start of a supercar fleet for supercar driving experiences where the average person can come out and drive this on the track or in the mountains.
You're doing that right here, huh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now tell me about the doghouse. I heard it's going through a revamp.
Yeah, we had this planned out. Previous owner had made it ultra cool, and so now we are going to go a different direction with it. It's going to be open to the public for some coffee and beer, and a semi-private clubhouse for our new club membership with the driving club. This clubhouse is the home of the driving club at Road Atlanta. We've been in business 5 years, and we intended to cap it out at 250 members, and we are at that now. What we do is we function like a golf country club, but instead of playing golf course, we have Road Atlanta privately to ourselves. The members have catered meals, private track days, experiences, trips. We just went to, it's everything a car person wants to do, so we are taking that to the next level, a different level, for the person who owns the cars, wants to enjoy them, but does not want to track them so much, but they want to do the same things we do away from the track. New club membership. So the doghouse will become their private clubhouse.
That's going to be cool. You go out and mingle with like-minded people, talk about cars, get different ideas from each other.
That's right. So We've got members coming on board already, a full calendar ready for 2024. It's full swing.
So this is all original except for the top.
That's right. This is a 1953 Jaguar XK120 drop head coupe. And they call it the 120, most people know, because it was the first production car after World War II to go 120 miles an hour. Original paint, original upholstery, carpentry, original engine, transmission. Engine has 65,000 original miles on it.
The carpentry is so cool in here.
Yeah.
Man, what they did back in the day, this is so cool.
Yeah. And the woodwork in the panel, it's real wood. It's not paneling.
I know.
So I love this car. It's a lot of fun. It's an inline six. She's my most finickiest car. She requires the most love to get started.
Jaguar.
And if I don't have it, the process down right, it either just won't crank, I'm leaking gas.
Tell me about this. This thing is awesome. I love the way it looks with the hatch open from the front.
Yeah. So they call that the clamshell. GT40, 650 horsepower. They think it'll top out around 219. It's just an amazing car. Of all my cars, this one scares me the most, so I'm the most careful with this one.
Where do you drive it?
So I actually drive it on the road, and I drive it regularly, about once to twice a month. Try to avoid the police, but I drive her, and or I should say she drives me, but I get a lot of thumbs up. I actually have people track me down if I pull into a gas station, and then it's just whew, and they all want to hear about the car, and I'm always more than happy to talk about it.
That is definitely a talking piece. It's beautiful. I love the dual gas tanks. It's got the same little grabbers for when you're lifting it.
Yep, the bar jack.
Bar jack.
Yep, on the front and on the back. But it's a GT40 through and through.
It is beautiful.
This one's special. A lot of love went into this, and the first time I saw it, I didn't think that was an automobile. I thought that's just it's a piece of artwork.
It really is.
And it's a piece of artwork that needs to live and breathe and move, and it runs today.
Normally this would not leave someone stable because of what it is and its value. But you came out here and you showed everybody. There were kids out here with Santa. And we want the kids to go like, oh my, what is that? You know, be excited. Look at the interior of that.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
It is Italian grade leather interior, and this is Rosa Corsa red paint from Ferrari.
Beautiful.
And he wanted the Ferrari driver to see something that looked like a Ferrari coming up behind him, only to say in the end, oh wow, that's not a Ferrari, that's a Cobra, and it's passing me. Yeah, pretty incredible. I normally don't take this car out, but when I met Greg and he told me what he did and why he did it, and he was so gracious enough to come over to my house and just see everything, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna bring it.
R31 Skyline, I've never even seen one in the States. This is the 80s. Looks like it's straight out of Japan. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
We'll be right back with more of the Lokar Car Show, brought to you by Car Capsule. Welcome back to more of the Lokar Car Show, brought to you by Car Capsule.
Part of the Georgia law enforcement organization is handling extremely tough cases and stories that aren't easy to talk about, but we're going to. On July 16th, there was a vehicle accident. There was a Corvette, a brand new Z06, that was traveling on 365 at 150 to 170 miles an hour. That vehicle broadsided a SUV. The driver of the SUV was killed instantly. The driver of the Z06 was killed instantly. The passenger of the Z06 was killed. And unfortunately, Neil here, his wife, was the driver of that SUV. Also in the SUV were Neil's 2 kids. They were also tragically killed. This is a situation that it directly speaks to our mission statement and what we do and why we're here. When situations like this happen, there is a lapse in coverage from benefits, whether it's government benefits or insurance benefits and so forth. Costs are still coming in, expenses are coming in, bills are stacking up as someone is trying to navigate the waters of an event like this. It's completely unplanned for. And when your life gets flipped upside down, you don't have the time to figure out how you're going to pay bills and so forth. So this is why we stepped in, we hosted this fundraiser, and we were able to deliver 2 very significant checks to Neil to help him kind of navigate these waters.
I was actually sleeping for night shift. I was supposed to go in that night. You know, I lost the entire reason for my existence. You know, I couldn't even go home. I had to sell my house. I'd lost my career too. There's no way that I could continue my career. You know, I've been in uniform for about 15 years at this point, 10 years in law enforcement, a little bit of overlap with Army before that. With the amount of PTSD and everything that we get, I mean, that really was just that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I can't do it anymore. So, I mean, I've lost a career too. I can't say enough for what they did for me.
You're a brave man, a lot stronger than anything I could have handled like this. This is insane. This is why it's so important for everyone out there to realize that you don't do this on the streets. You take it to the track, you keep it in a safe environment, away from people that are gonna get hurt, like what has happened to Neil. You don't go racing on the street, you don't go in the intersections, you don't do these crazy things you guys see the media cover. Keep it on the track. That's why we got a thing like the driving club. We can have a membership. You can come over here with your buddies, look at your cars, talk about them, go on the track, beat them up, go as fast as you want, get in your regular car, go home like a regular person, and abide by the street laws so that these kinds of tragedies don't occur. From Car Capsule, in a different environment than what he's used to here at the driving club. What do you think about the cars?
Hey, first off, we're having a lot of fun for a great cause, but there's a lot of different cars, and these are all very go-fast cars.
Yeah.
And it's a unique collection of a lot of one-on-ones here. Just to hear that track, those cars buzzing by every now and then is pretty cool.
That is very cool.
But yeah, we've had a lot of great conversations with people that really need our product and see value in it because they have these cars, or they have a nice car at their house they want to protect. No mold, no mildew, no rust, no corrosion. This is what you use to stop that.
In an environment like this, you know, it is covered and everything, but you got all these expensive cars and you got nothing but room to put them in car capsules in their spaces.
Well, it's like when we do storage facilities, that just showcases lined up and no problems, no dust, no dirt. Everyone says, well, I got controlled, I got climate control and all that. It doesn't matter. You still got dust in your house, you still got to clean your house. Same thing with your cars. And if you look at the top of these, there's a lot of dust. We've only been set up since last night.
People walking by, all that debris gets riled up and on top settles on everything in the room. This completely covers it. Yep. You're not seeing anybody dust and get these things ready for the next day at any show.
Every SEMA especially, or any really nice car show, you know, they got the detailers cleaning around us, and the 2 cars we have are spotless.
Well, what did you think your first time here at the driving club?
Oh, we had a great time. And now we're going to end the show with a snow globe.
Absolutely.
It's Christmas for sure.
Really is. Now, you guys check out the Georgia Law Enforcement Organization. Please donate to the cause. They do great things for law enforcement. For us, that's a wrap here with Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!